Welcome back to Bits and Bobs. It is your host, Ariana Grande, and I too would like to thank my therapist and gay people. My therapist being whatever this is, whatever we're doing here. I have been chomping at the bit to talk into the void. I have so much to say, so many thoughts to share. And I'm sure all three of you were just absolutely waiting with bated breath. But I'm a busy girl. I'm a busy woman. I've got people to see, places to be. So we can't always stick to a schedule. In fact, we can never stick to a schedule. So this is kind of as good as it's going to get at the time being. But again, I'm sure all three of you really do understand, and I really do appreciate it. So we're going to move swiftly on to the first item on the agenda, the first bit, or the first bob, if you will. And that is, that Congress has put Wikimedia, the parent company of Wikipedia, under federal investigation. 3 guesses why. It's apparently critiqued Israel. Who among us hasn't? Are we all under investigation? Please. So it's under federal investigation, which just, it really does, it proves we're in the end times, because Wikipedia is akin to the library. The library is knowledge. Knowledge is power. Power to the people. This is free, accessible information to the people, not for profit. And you want to go and attack them? Like, what are we doing? Even if that information is sometimes factually incorrect, but that is where the critical thinking comes in. You have to learn how to critically think from a nil young age, so that you can be a responsible Wikipedia user. It's over already. User like myself. So, I could not believe this. Like, Wikipedia is like, it's like the Bible. I mean, what if I do not have a midnight Wikipedia deep dive, then what do I have in this life? This is kind of like my bread and butter, If I need to know something and I want to go in, it's YouTube, it's Wikipedia, and the first stop is Wikipedia. And that's saying something, because I don't really like to read. I just can't, you cannot fuck with Wikipedia. That's like, it's an act of terrorism. It is high treason. It's homophobia. Because how am I, without Wikipedia, supposed to find out if a celebrity is gay? Okay, these are our primary resources as queer people to seek out other queer people of note. These are the facts we need to know, and it is homophobic to keep that information from us. Thank you so much. So I just, I'm at an absolute loss. I am one of the few people who actually donate to Wikipedia. I know, stop. Because I actually really do appreciate it. Like, it has an article on everything and anyone you could ever imagine. And it is for free. For free! And it's right there. I don't have to go to a library and look through a book. We cannot be attacking the people's internet encyclopedia. We just really cannot. It's too much. It's far too much. Speaking of end times, though, I've been getting weird signals from the universe that I may need to join a cult. It's feeling like it really could be that time. And the first clue was when a young gentleman from the local, let's say, chapter of the Jehovah Witness program, the Witness Protection Program, the Jehovah Witness Protection Program, when they contacted me via letter, handwritten letter, in my mailbox. So that was the first clue. That was the first kind of dip into the possibility of joining some sort of religious cult. And then I got another really clear and strong signal that it should be the Jehovah Witnesses when I was, charity shopping as I do, looking for the DVD Motherload, which, by the fucking way, I hit. Oh, I hit it big time. Me and my bestie got 4 sacks of DVDs for £3 each. when we went through them and like kind of decided what we were keeping, it came out for me personally, at 15 pennies, 15 pence per DVD. That's not even including the TV series. Oh yeah, because they were in there. Oh yeah, they were in there. I got TV series. I got some games, and I got some Blu-rays in there. So that's not even accounting for that. That's just pure DVDs, 15p a DVD. That is a fucking bargain. That is a fucking bargain. And now I have Michelle, the manager of this particular, I'm going to gatekeep it, this particular charity shop on speed dial. She is now the plug for the DVD hookup. We do have a supply coming in. She said, give us a ring. I do this every 2 weeks. I said, honey, you betcha. We'll be there. We'll pull up. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, so on my hunt for DVDs in the old charity shops, I came across, and I'm sure I'll insert a picture here for those watching, I came across a just kind of Jehovah Witness DVD. I think it's literally just like the word of Jehovah, how to spread the gospel. I don't know if it was like an instructional video for members of the church already to like go and spread the gospel, or it was meant as a tool for non-members so that we could receive the gospel. Either way, I did not purchase. I don't think I'm quite ready to dip the toe in just yet. And I do want to shop around. There are some good cults around. So I don't want to just, jump into the first one that offers me a little bit of something, I want to fish around a little bit. So the VMAs happened. I haven't had a chance to watch much of it yet because, as I said, been a busy bee. But I do enjoy the VMAs. I feel like they're like the funnest, especially of the music awards, but just like one of the funnest award shows. People get loosey-goosey. It's very, very fun. Very fun. What I have seen, though, primarily consists of clips on TikTok. And I think 80% of those clips have literally just been coverage of Ariana Grande vibing to performances, her family vibing to performances, or, Ariana crying, Ariana accepting awards, Ariana crying at other people's acceptances of awards. So it's just been like really Ariana Grande focus, which I'm not complaining about. Love her down, obviously. But I am confused as to why there is so much footage from MTV just watching Ariana Grande and her family. That's crazy to me. I don't think she hosted either. Or maybe she did host. Maybe that's why. I guess I'll see. But that was quite perplexing. Oh, as I said, this world it's coming to an end. They're attacking Wikipedia. It's all going downhill. But in these trying times, I, like many of us, do turn to TikTok for entertainment. And one of the things that is absolutely killing me right now is the polyphonic perception videos that man like Vanessa keeps doing. They are... First of all, that original was obviously crazy. Like that, I'd never, obviously, like many people, I'd never heard of polyphonic perception before this point. I'm not sure I'm still not really sure what it is, to be honest. Maybe I'll give it a little Wikipedia search. But it seems to me and practically everyone else that watched it that she was just listening to music and able to hear that music and receive it. But yeah, that was really, that in of itself was hilarious. Man like Vanessa has taken it to a whole new level though. Like genuinely couldn't care how many videos she makes. I'm there. I'm liking, I'm saving, I'm commenting. It's so funny. It's the eyes, the pursed lips, just the constant stare into the camera, the little tap, that are you listening? Because what did that girl think we weren't hearing that she was hearing? Like we got it. We got it. Like Oh, but yeah, I enjoy each evolution. Every time something comes on, it feels like she's picking a crazier and crazier song. I think I just saw her do one to that like natural disaster alert, the like phone alert that the government sent out a couple days ago. That was, unhinged. So yeah, keep them coming, keep them coming. They are bringing me joy in these trying times. Oh, something else that is just has brought me a unlimited supply of joy, and I'm sure I will be addicted to watching these clips over and over again and referring to them over and over again. Is Cardi B, like clips from Cardi B's trial. Like, way to make lemonade out of lemons. Like, you were handed a stupidly annoying situation. Like, obviously this lawsuit was boo cocky, right? It was just like, what a waste of time for everyone involved. I can't believe a lawyer took this case on. Crazy in the first place. But she really did make lemons out of lemonade. Like, not only did she show up looking stunning, showed off all the best wigs. Mine is that little pussycat wig. That was, I mean, I thought that was fierce actually, but I don't think she liked that much. But oh, it was so funny. Like, she's like T.S. Madison. Like, whatever she does is gold. She can't help but be funny. She's so naturally funny. Um, One of my favorite things to come out of that whole thing is security heavy. Cannot stop using it. Cannot stop saying security heavy to loved ones. Um, I also would like to be referred to as security heavy. I look like I could protect the building. I think that's so that is like a crazy, crazy way to describe someone's weight. Um, she's actually crazy for that one. Like, that is, if someone said that like legitimately about me, I would have gone into hiding. There's no coming back from that, really. Security heavy, that's crazy. uh yeah, that one, I think that's going to be with me for a while. When I'm pregnant, I'm very disabled. Classic. I mean, literally, what do you mean? Hello? Like, she is absolute gold. And then she's also like, this girl is so smart. I think, if you know Cardi B, like, you're aware of this. She's a very switched on young woman. But like, she is genuinely really smart. Like, the way she's turned this terrible situation into like one of the best marketing campaigns for her album is like, she's on the street selling her albums, telling people she's a single mother and she knows we got $10. Like, oh, I love her. I literally, like, what a genius. And you know what? I would purchase. I would help her out. I don't want her to give up that Lambo. Oh, she brings me so much joy. Long may she reign. And you know what? Offset choke. Just choke. Who are you? Like, genuinely, who are you? When was the last hit you had? When was the last hit you had solo? Let's start there. Ridiculous. Oh, do you know what? We were too happy. Let's bring it back down a notch. Rylan has turned into a Rylan has turned into a right wing grifter. I'm literally like, the speech impediment I have is crazy. Like, I do need to go to a speech therapist because I'm struggling to get right wing grifter out of my mouth because all I want to say is right wing grifter. Like, what is wrong with me? But yeah, he has turned into a grifter. What? I'm not surprised because I've never, he's never been the most, I don't have to say it, but it is still shocking that in the same sentence, he's going to praise the immigrant healthcare professionals that, saved his mum's life, provided his mum with excellent care. And then in the next breath, just be like, yeah, but, enough now. Enough. We're giving him too much. Just baseless. I'm sick of these baseless facts that people keep like, just please read a .gov article. I'm not saying you have to listen to like don't just go off what you see on Twitter. You don't have to go off on a TikTok. That's how you got here in the first place, let's be honest. And, stay away from the Sun and the Daily Mail. But just go on the .gov website and you will see that everything you spouted is a crock of shit. No one is getting free iPad. It's not, it's so boring. It is so boring to hear the same shite repeated day in, day out. And all the while I'm thinking, like, if that was the case, if someone was fleeing war and we gave them an iPad and put them up in a nice hotel and gave them food, so be it. Like, is that such a crime? There's all of a sudden there's this resource scarcity as if we're not like the richest country in the world. Like, the problem is not that we are supporting asylum. The problem is not that we are obeying the law of asylum, because it is the law. It's a legal process. I don't know how many times I can say it. The problem is that our finances are being mismanaged by these rich 1%ers who want to keep you focused on dumb shit so that they continue to get richer. I do not know how many times people can be presented with the cold hard facts and still go, nah, it's them. We're not even spending that. Like, if you look at how much is actually spent on on asylum, it's actually not even that much comparatively to just general welfare benefits, which, again, by the way, is still fine. Like, people should just have what they need. We are one of the richest countries in the world. We can sort it out. We can absolutely figure this out. It involves taxing richer people. It involves increasing, by a small margin, increasing tax on the wealthiest in the country. That's all it involves. But people are scared. And by people, I mean government officials who sit in that tax bracket. It's so selfish. It's so incredibly I don't know how, as a species, we've got so selfish. We've just like completely lost our humanity. It's nuts. But hey ho. Same shit, different toilet. Like, I genuinely do, like, I think about this constantly. I'm like, because for the most part, we are all talking into an echo chamber, aren't we? We are all just talking to other like-minded individuals who think the same, who, have empathy, have a heart, have a spirit, and want the best for others and understand how we can make that happen. But I wish I knew what to do or say to not even convince, just get a general consensus and understanding from people on the right, people who are, obsessed with flags of late, to just understand the facts. But they're like impervious to like truth. It's like, no. We don't want the truth. We want lies. We want to be lied to. We want things to get worse. We are, in fact, hell-bent on contributing to that. I don't want to, like... It's hard not to, trust me, because it's frustrating as hell. It's really frustrating, but I don't want to demean people. I don't want to make it seem like these people are incapable of understanding this or like incapable of learning, but I just wish I knew what I could do to help that become a reality, to help them learn, to help them understand, and to just, bring everybody on to, because again, it's everything is rich versus poor. And if you are not in the 1%, you are not rich. You are not the rich. Hell, if you're not in the 2%, you're not the rich. You know what I mean? Like, it's very clear who the perpetrator of these problems are. And if we all banded together, they'd not stand a chance. Like, genuinely, they'd not stand a chance. But Oh, I don't want to go on another tirade. I'm trying to keep it light. I really am trying to keep it light. My laptop is trying to take off and go to Mars, but myself, I would like to stay here on this planet, and I'm trying to keep it light. Speaking of, did everyone watch Love is Blind? Super light. What a shit show. Like, literally, what a shit show. I did have some hope in the beginning there. I really did. And then we got halfway through the season and I thought, oh, like genuinely no one's staying together. Then I got some hope again and then boop, straight back down. Yeah. Okay, let's go through couple by couple. So let's start with Katisha and Javen. I mean, what was she doing picking Javen? Like genuinely, I don't know what she saw or heard in the pods that made her think that this was going to work or that he was any different from anyone she dated before. While I don't think she was attracted to Demola, I mean, at least try or go home. Like, what was there between her and Javen? Like, she kept saying something about this connection. And by the way, not mad at her. Like, I don't want this to be a like pile on Katisha. I think she just wasn't attracted to Demola, unfortunately. Although I don't know how, because genuinely the sweetest guy. Like, genuinely, what a stand-up gentleman. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Oh, like, he's so sweet. And he's also not that, he's very easy on the eyes too. Like, I wish she had felt whatever she felt with Javen, but I don't really see what was there. It felt like they had no chemistry in the pods. Then obviously they came out of the pods and that was just all dead air. Like, Dead Sea, someone call the morgue, dead on arrival, missing in action, just like boop, gone. Like, it was bad, no chemistry. And I feel like she knew that immediately, but just tried anyway because she'd made that decision. And then people, specifically Cal, like, sweetheart, worry about yourself, worry about your own relationship. But people were just very kind of harsh on her about not picking Demola. So I think that made her kind of invest more in that relationship and try more. But yeah, he was not ready for marriage. I don't know what he was doing on the show, to be honest. He's clearly not ready for marriage. Like, his behavior was a bit, let's be clear, I don't think he did anything completely wild. I do think the situation with him and Sophie was probably blown out of proportion a little bit, as evidenced by Curtain Gate. But I do feel like, he just wasn't a good partner. He didn't really understand how to be a good partner. And so, yeah, even on that front, it was just a bust. So that was really unfortunate because I was really looking forward to seeing more Demola, to be honest. We've already talked about, I've already just mentioned Cal, so we might as well do Cal and Sarova. I thought in the pods they had a really good connection. Obviously I did worry about the Pakistani Indian thing, but it turns out that was not the issue at all. I also thought that like sort of class and upbringing would be a bit of an issue in terms of, class. Not saying Cal has none, there's just a difference between North and South, and there was clearly a difference in the family's socio-economic backgrounds, right? I thought that might be an issue, but that didn't seem to be an issue. And while I didn't think they had chemistry initially, I thought they just might be quite reserved, And I will say, I don't ever feel like I got the sense that kind of like chemistry or that physical chemistry developed during that relationship, but they seem to have a really strong connection emotionally. So I thought, oh, okay, no, this is good. This is happening. This is going to work. It's going to be fine. And then cut to the very abrupt kind of announcement that they'd not made it, that they'd split. It was a bit shocking, to be honest. I do have a theory. I do have a theory, and I think this is not. It's not something I'm alone in. Let's just say that. And I don't want to say specifically what it is, because I don't want to tell people's business. I don't want it to seem like, you know, maybe I'm pulling people out of a certain space where certain people like to hide. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what this is, because I do think there is something about Cal that Cal may not even really realize himself that is preventing him from having a relationship that lasts longer than 3 months. Do you know what I mean? I get this feeling just in the way he is with women generally. The history, his dating history. And let's be clear, Sarova and him they did have a really good connection, and Sarova is gorgeous, stunning. I don't know what like the status of their physical connection was. I would not be surprised if the marriage was not consummated, or let's just say not frequently consummated. Yeah. I think there might be reasons why, if this is the case that Cal can't hold a relationship, why he hasn't realized it, or at least does not feel comfortable vocalizing it to himself or others. Yeah, if that is the reason, I hope he's okay. And, you know, people will be here with open arms and other things. So don't worry. Don't worry. You will be okay. But if that's not the reason, then I actually am like unsure what his deal is. Because at least if it is that, you know, that thing, then yeah. Okay, makes sense. But if not, then genuinely, what is it? Like, did he say something like he's just not meant to be in a relationship? I'm sure that could be true, but I still think that, I mean, he's a young guy. I don't think he's tried everything. I don't think he's met enough people, you know, that sort of thing. I'm sure there'll be, if it's something he wanted, there'd be something or someone for him. But yeah, that whole situation was weird. And then the fact that it coincided with Billy and they had been talking. Yeah, I don't think they like planned like to do it together. I don't think it was like a pact or whatever, but I do think they probably influenced each other's decision. Billy the whole time just gave me DV vibes. Like, he just gave me wife beater vibes. That weird conversation with the food was nuts. Like, nah, you're not having biscuits or cake in the house. Then I'm not having you in the house, darling. Get out. Get the fuck out. Like, you don't tell me what I bring into the house. I can eat whatever I want. Like, that was crazy. And I understand that he was trying to be like, it's more for myself and, you know, whatever. But just the way he delivered it was very like, you know, it was giving red flags. I firmly believe that the whole reason which I have under good authority, by the way, that is her name Ashley? I can't remember the girl's name, but she isn't even cabin crew. She isn't even actual cabin crew. She's now more managerial and doesn't travel as much. So it's actually not as much of a problem as he, or at least the show, was making it seem. But I do think it has less to do with like the job and her just, I think it's just any job where she would be gone and not at home would be a problem for him. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I think he needed her, or any woman he was to marry, to be at home, to be waiting, to be a traditional wife in many senses. So she could be there to take the brunt of his frustration out whenever he was home. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was all giving me it was just giving me the heebie-jeebies. It was a no from the get, really. Not shocked that one didn't work out. The couple that shocked me were Barda and Jed. Like, I genuinely thought they were they were the strongest and defo gonna get married. Like, when they started talking about the money stuff, like, I completely understand. Like, you want to, I completely understand Barda's side. I also do understand Jed's side. Like, he's not saying he wants to do everything and pay for everything all the time. He's just like, can we both contribute, sort of thing. But I understand Barda wanting to be independent completely. I thought that was quite minor though. Like, I genuinely thought this was something that they're going to work through. It's not going to be a massive issue. They'll figure it out. But apparently not. Like, they were I just couldn't believe it. I thought they were so well suited. That one did really, like, it took me aback. And yeah, the fact that they just kind of, they did try. I just, yeah, I think it's true though. Once you've kind of said no at that point, it's so hard to continue. Like, I don't think we've actually seen that successfully happen on any franchise of this show. So it is hard to continue past that point. So props for them for trying. But I think regardless, it would have been really difficult. But yeah, she's just been off in Dubai, living her life. Yeah, that's really, yeah. I am really disappointed in that one because I just thought I thought their families would have melded well. I'm just, yeah, bit sad, bit sad. I was either way on them. Like, I didn't think I thought they were probably one of the strongest couples. I just don't think I paid massive amounts of attention. I do think they're really cute together though. I do feel like they're both gay. And I think that's why I personally like them a lot. Like, they just both give like queer vibes. Like, when Kieran came back for, that car was so loud. When Kieran came back for the reunion, like, genuinely seriously thought he was a lesbian. Like, that's a lesbian. Like, his whole style, gay. Meg was very partial to her pantsuit, and had this energy about her that was giving queer as well. So, like, I just enjoy them, and I think they enjoy each other. They seem really well suited. He's a sweetheart. He wasn't afraid to stand up to the boys when, well, I say the boys, to Javen, who was his mate, which couldn't have been easy when he thought he was in the wrong. Yes, he did create Curtain Gate, but apart from that, the behaviour just wasn't right, was it? So he was calling that out and just backing Meg on that, and I thought that was really admirable. So yeah, I wish them the best. They seem like they're having a whale of the time. They seem very well suited. Yeah, but just what a wild ride, eh? What a wild ride. Speaking of wild rides, I don't think I ever thought I'd say this, but guys, Fifth Harmony are back. Fifth Harmony are back, baby. Oh my god. Like, look, I was a harmonizer. I can't deny it. It's not something that I'm ashamed of either. It is what it is. I'm not saying they're good. I've never said they're good. I just think they have something. I think that individually they have something. And yes, they come together and it doesn't always feel cohesive. They, despite their name, are actually quite unharmonious. But I think that's part of the charm. I really do. I find it really, really kind of sweet that they, after all this time, still can't kind of get choreo down in unison. Like, I just think, that watching them at that Jonas Brothers concert, that was very nostalgic, but also just like, there they are. They haven't changed a bit. They didn't even really try and get the steps down. Also clearly not singing live, which, love, come on, give us nothing. I thought, okay, you're not doing vocals, but maybe that means that you're leaving rehearsal time for the choreography. Absolutely not the case. And I couldn't love them more. I could not love them more. It really does. It makes me chuckle. But I have missed them, and I didn't even realize I missed them. It was just like, I think seeing Lauren on stage, seeing them all on stage together, fabulous. But yeah, I think this has just kind of triggered that little obsession with Lauren again. I was a huge fan of Lauren Haregi, to the surprise of no one. So yeah, I can't lie, I have been dipping into her music ever since that performance did circulate. But yeah, I think why not? Give it a go. Give it another go. Why not? Lean into the meme of it all. It will make things 10 times better for you. Lean into the meme, give it another go, because clearly, for whatever reason, it's not really working solo, is it? Despite the amazing voices, just not really working solo. Like, Lauren has had success, but it's not like, the level of success she experienced while with the group. Same for Normani. She was in that awful, like, record deal. They have just run her into the ground. That is just what a nightmare situation. And she really could have took off too, I feel. But yeah, if it's not working separately, why not try together? Pussycat Dolls tried before the pandemic, didn't they? And the excitement, I cannot explain the like hit of heroin that entered my body when they announced that tour. Tickets immediately, React dropped. It was a bop. It was a bop. And then Nicole did what she always does and said, "Hey, no, it's about me. Give me more money. I need more. I do all the work, blah, 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 blah." Then why is it not working for you solo, diva? Why is it never working for you solo? You clearly need these backup dancers. Okay? Something about all of you together works. And that it's not about who does the most singing or who puts the most effort in. If you can't make it alone and you're getting success with these girls, then you clearly need these girls. And I feel the same way about Fifth Harmony. Like, let's harmonize. Maybe not in choreography or kind of style, but at least we can come together, have fun, and do something together. Have some success. I'll buy it. I'll be in line. I'll buy the ticket. I really hope they release something new soon, because I will be streaming. I really will. Okay. I saw something today. Speaking of the VMAs, probably should have mentioned it in that section, but Snooki and the whole fam were there. And apparently, I think people were being mean, like, about her look on the red carpet or something, because she made a video that I saw this morning on TikTok where she was basically trying to defend the fact that she doesn't use a stylist, that Joey did her makeup, saying she's not going to fire Joey. First of all, who, in fact, Nicole, get behind me. Who is coming for Nicole? Who dare talk shit about my sister like that? No. Don't you ever think that you can talk about Miss Nicole from behind your screen in your Primark PJs, okay? Like, she looked phenomenal. She actually looked so cute. What was the issue? And like she said, when has she ever used a stylist? When has she been in ball gowns and like dressed like it's the Oscars? Like, it was the VMAs. She dressed for the VMAs. She looked amazing. What were people expecting? And you know what? It be your own fan. It be your own people. I can't stand when people from within the circle, from within the family, come after one of our own about something so stupid. She looked great. What was the problem? Like, don't you ever come for Nicole when I know you're sitting there in Shein. I know you're sitting there in Temu's finest. Do not come for Nicole. Do not make me talk to you again like this. I do not want to have to yell at you. We're all in this together. We support. We don't judge. Unless it's like Mike or something, that's fine. But like, we do not judge Nicole, okay? Okay, let's do some Jersey Shore. So, since I last recorded, I've watched, I think I'm up to episode 7. So I'm going to just do some, like, just a general debrief recap of what I've seen. But, I'm so desperate to blast through the whole season. I mean, I know it's not fully released, but you know what I mean? Like, I really just want to get through these episodes. I'm, like, dying to. And I probably will have by the next time that I record, so I will be caught up and we can all talk about it and it can be spoiler free. But in the meantime, just bear in mind I was up to episode 7 at this point. So I am getting, like, I do grow tired of these very overproduced segments, like the whole Mike doing the race thing, cheating at the pizza marathon, the whole hairline storyline. Like, no one cares. I don't think the show needs it. I really don't. I think just getting them in the room and watching them interact is fine. It's never going to be the OG season. Like, we are never going to have that magic again. And I think a lot of us in the fandom would do well to remember that. Like, that was a different era of reality TV. We will never get that again because we'll never allow people to be filmed so freely without protections again. We are much more aware of the effects of, you know, reality TV on people's mental health. We're much more aware of branding for individuals now. So, you know, we're never going to have such a free format again. The show is naturally going to follow a more produced format. And I am fine with that. Like, I do really love this show still. Would I love it if I hadn't watched the original seasons? I don't know. Probably not. But like, you know, like all of us, I have a connection with these people now. I'm just grateful we still get to see them on our screens. But I do also grow tired of these overproduced segments. And I wish they would just lay back on that a little bit and just wait for the next trip. Like, we don't need to see these silly little dates with Paulie and Nikki. Like, if they're not free, they're not available, that's fine. Like, they don't need to be in every episode. It's okay. We just focus on what the people that are there when they can be there on the trips together. That's fine. But that being said, let's get into it. The first thing that really struck me was Sam acknowledging Ron like it was nothing. Genuinely, like, choked on my water, like, couldn't believe it was happening. Just much like everyone in the room. It was just like, she did it so nonchalant as well. Like, Ronnie looked like he'd seen a ghost. It was so crazy. That, though, like, oh, it just makes me so happy because you can tell that at least somewhat broke the ice. And now they feel, obviously they're not comfortable around each other, but everyone else is relaxed. It was really nice to see the effect it had on the others. They don't feel like they have to be on eggshells. I feel like both Sam and Ron also feel more comfortable just being around each other, which is great because that's all that needs to happen really, is just they don't ever need to be friends. Like, and I don't even suggest that they should be friends because, you know, that was a horrible relationship they were in. But, you know, in this situation that they both have to be in, this is perfect. As they exist right now, it's perfect. Couldn't ask for more. So pleased that they have kind of got to that place. Speaking of people getting to places, let's just do Angelina, shall we? Let's get in on Angelina. I am actually like, I know this probably isn't going to last, especially since where I left off is where she lost Peanut, which I'll get into, but that, oh my God, wrecks me. Like, wrecks me. Emotional wreck. But yeah, so I do feel like Angie's having real breakthroughs. And I genuinely, like, I always do lose a little bit of hope with Ange because she frustrates me to no end. She annoys the shit out of me, but I do care about her. Like, I do think, you know, I want the best for her, just like everyone on the show wants the best for her. And I truly believe that they do also. Like, no one has any ill will against her. They want to see her do well. And I think that really came across in these first few episodes. But I think she's having real breakthroughs. Like, where they had the initial conversation with her, I think that they really took that, like, the correct approach where they had two people talk to her first before they brought her into the room. Because I think that allowed Ange to break her walls down, because this is the problem. I was saying throughout that episode, like, I was like, she doesn't know how to take accountability because she has to be backed so far into a corner before she will even get a shitty little, like, half apology out, that it doesn't really, it's not conducive to real kind of exploration and real accountability and acknowledgement of her behavior, and then, like, hearing other people out, because she's so focused on herself and so internal and so worried about defending herself, because she gets defensive because she knows she's messed up and nobody wants to admit they're wrong. She clearly has issues with kind of admitting fault and admitting to mistakes, because, you know, that's hard for anyone, but, like, she does it a lot. So it's just like, I understand why she gets to this place where she's like, oh, can we just move on? Who cares? Why do we always have to talk about it? But in this scenario where, first of all, what was going on with her eyes? Why were they so red? Like, I thought she's either just, like, smoked a bowl, has been crying her eyes out, or has like the worst case of conjunctivitis I've seen on an alive person. On an alive person? Okay. On a person in a long time. But yeah, like they eventually got her to that place where she was like, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, look, I admit I'm wrong. Then, because they'd broke that wall down, she was so ready to hear what other people were, you know, experiencing as a result of her behavior. And again, I remember watching that being like, oh, if only she just kind of like acknowledge the patterns of her behavior and realize how it affects, you know, other people. And but that's a when a pigs fly situation. And then she did it. She did acknowledge, like she was able in that moment to be like, but I've apologized for this before, and here we are again. And when it's happening, I don't even realize that I'm doing it, and I don't know how to stop. That's huge. That is huge from her, because she really struggles to like articulate these patterns of behavior and thoughts and feelings around that. So that was huge. And the fact that she wanted to get better and she was like, don't congratulate me yet. Oh, like I was like, so like, yes, go Ange, like yes, this is what we're talking about. And then obviously she'd been doing that therapy and it was going well. Like when she came back into the fold and she went on that Cape May trip, she seemed to be having a great time. She seemed calmer. I was so happy for her. And everyone else was happier as a result. So I was just like, yes, this is what I'm talking about. Like it doesn't always have to be drama. It can just be fun, and that will still make great TV. I think like in that conversation, that initial conversation with all of them as a group, what Dina said really hit home, because she clearly really values Dina as a friend. And I think just Dina this whole season, like her opening up about her OCD was actually like genuinely very cool, because it's been referenced on the show, but like it was always kind of brushed off kind of by Vinny, honestly. And now he wants to claim that they have this like solidarity and anxiety disorders, you know. But she actually has like really severe OCD, and it explains so much about the way that she is. So it was really nice to hear her open up about that. She's also just been like hilarious throughout this Cape May trip. Back to Ange. It was all going really well, wasn't it? Like I was so happy. She was enjoying herself. Like even when she was put by herself, like she was in a house by herself in Cape May, like I thought that was going to set her off, because usually that would be the type of thing that set her off. But no, she was fine with it. Literally didn't even mention it. Like it was fantastic. But I think with Peanut falling ill and her just kind of like feeling alone at that moment, I can tell that it's going to spiral, and I don't want it to, but like I almost like, I really don't blame her at this point, because this is a really tough situation for her. So naturally she's going to, I don't want to say relapse, because you know, she's not an addict, but she's going to fall back into patterns of behavior that aren't maybe the best or the most healthy. So I'm going to give her a pass on that. I just hope it's something that she's able to come out of and it doesn't cause too much damage, but we shall see. But yeah, in AC, you can see once we kind of learn that Peanut is sick, she is spiraling. Like she is already spiraling. I mean, the fact that she tried to call Chris and then he didn't pick up, that's kind of sent her reeling a little bit. So yeah, I think she's already circling the drain, and I feel for it. But I really feel for her with this situation. Like losing a pet, if anyone has lost a pet, you know it's really hard. I feel like this is probably like the first pet that is hers that she's lost. It's a rough situation. It's awful to watch her go through it as well. Like it's so upset. Like I was sobbing. It's so upsetting to see. Like I remember when Mike and Lauren lost Mosey, killed me, because they're a part of the family. They are absolutely a part of the family. Especially, I imagine it's a little different when you have kids. I don't know, but like, I think regardless, like they're a part of the family, and it's always tough to lose it. But that dog was really like Angie's anything. Like say what you want about Ange, but she loves those animals She loves those animals, and those animals are her everything. And Peanut was like, you know, with her the longest. So it's just, oh, it's rough to watch. And watching her go live while Peanut was clearly very sick, like she was clearly just so desperate for support and connection in that time. And obviously Vinny wasn't there. She's not with Vinny at that time. So she's just looking for support the best way she knows how, I guess. It was tough to watch though. Like, she's clearly not doing well. And when the girls call her, like, you can, they know it's coming. You can see that they're like, she's not going to be okay. I don't know what the discourse around her, like, prolonging Peanut's life for, the last remaining days or weeks, or I don't know. I can't remember what the timeline was. And I don't know what that discourse has been like, but I imagine there will be some people who will kind of wag their fingers at her about that. But I really do empathize with her, especially when it's the first time you have had to make that decision for a pet. It's so hard to let go. You do feel like you are killing the pet. You feel like it's on you. It's horrible. Like, I've been through it myself. So I do not hold it against her that she kind of kept Peanut around for as long as possible, possibly longer than she should have. I don't know. Again, I don't know what the timeline is, but yeah, my heart goes out to her. I remember when I knew that was coming because I saw the news beforehand, before I'd even watched. But yeah, rough times. And I do feel like she probably did get in contact with Chris at some point. I don't know if this is in the show. Obviously, I've only watched till episode 7, but I do remember looking at, and I don't know why I was doing this, but I looked at Chris's Instagram like a month or so ago, I feel, and he had R.I.P. Peanut in his bio. So I feel like they've connected and probably, chatted through that. So that's nice that if they have, she's had that support from him. Oh, but let's lighten things up. So that Cape May trip with the girls was so fun. I mean, the guys were there too, obviously, but it was so fun. Everyone was having a great time. Like, and I don't want to say it, but like, Vinny wasn't there and everyone seemed to be having a great time. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, maybe he goes part-time, Maybe his energy does bring the vibe down. I don't know. But everyone seemed to be having a blast. The girls getting up in Victorian drag, and Dina the Wiener Cleaner came out. That was hilarious. Nicole saying she wanted to be a vampire because she felt dirty. Where did that come from? Like, everyone was on one. They were literally on one. The ghosts watching. I do love when the roomies start talking about ghosts and it sets Dina off. Like, Dina's already clearly like 3 glasses deep, right? She's like, I'm out. She's going outside, and then she does her monologue to camera. She's like, I'm sick of what these guys are always trying to mess with the ghosts. I'm done. I'm out. It's done. She's so fun. She cracks me up. They can say anything though, and it'll just set her off like that. Ange being like, she always uses a ghost hunting device and it's just an app. Hilarious. Although, why was the app saying reality? I don't know. Dina telling Sam that she'd take her right up to her quarters if, she was a Victorian man. I'm just telling you, I know Dina's got that dog in her. I know she's still got that dog in her. She said Chris does enjoy a cleaner. She told us she's still got it. I know she's still in there. I do. I think everyone, is still who they are privately. But yeah, I know she's got a little something in her. Oh my God, when Ange was like, I'm not wearing the top because it's too big and I'm an XS. First of all, second of all, with that breast augmentation, I do not think so. I do not think so. I think the chest alone is giving small to medium. So, I do want to give Sammy a shout out. I do sometimes get a little bored with her storylines and with her story, but I'm not, just to clarify, I'm not bored of her going through IVF, but I do feel like she gets more of a serious edit. Like, she doesn't always get the funny edit, but I do genuinely think she's actually one of the funniest people on that show. I have been saying this nonstop. Like, she has these tiny quips and one-liners that if you're not paying attention, you will miss. Vinny was kind of talking about this girl that he's maybe seeing. And he was talking about the DM where the girl was like, "You've been appearing in my dreams." Sam, without missing a beat, just goes, "Creepy." And I have been saying it nonstop, everywhere, for any situation. Creepy. It's usually attached to "Worry with me." Like, I just love, I've said it before, but I love her little Valley Girl like accent. It cracks me up. "Worry with me." Creepy. I am obsessed. It's so, she's genuinely so funny. One of my friends, like, like I said, we were doing like a kind of community rewatch. He was a little bit behind. Now I'm behind. But I think it was season 7. Like, he sent me something that I missed her do. I've watched this thrice now, and I've missed her do it every time. But I think it was in that argument with 2.0 and where they're at the bowling alley and everyone's being like, "You don't love her, you're doing this for fame," that sort of thing. And she's got like a little confessional where she's talking about like wanting to be there for them and support them. And she tries to speak up, and they're like, and he's like, "Worry about yourself," or something like that. And she's just like, "Oh, okay, never mind." Like, she cracks me up. She's so funny. Like, I think we need to be paying more attention to Sammy. This is a plea to the producers. Please give us more Sammy edits. Like, she is funny. She's not out there ha funny, but she has very little funny one-liners, and I would like to see more of them, please and thank you. Oh, I am sick of Mike's hair transplant storyline. I'm glad to see the back of it, although I'm sure they'll still bring it up. I also, like, while we're on Mike, I do believe that he's still preying on Angelina's downfall. Like, he never looks truly happy for her. Like, when she's doing well, like, I feel like he's trying to dig at her, he's trying to find dirt on her. Like, he will never leave her alone, and it bugs me, man. Just let her be. Let her be happy. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you claim that you want, Mr. Archangel? And while we're on the situations, why do we keep getting Lauren confessionals? Like, no other spouse gets confessionals like this. Why is it Lauren? And it's not exactly like she's a fan favorite, let's be honest. Like, she's not, is she? So why is that? Like, does Mike have like a deal with MTV? Because they're genuinely, I mean, look at any comment section of any video regarding Jersey Shore. There is no demand for it. If the producers were really listening to us and they were really listening to what the people want, it is Chris. We want more Buckner. Give us Buckner, baby. We love Chris. Chris is the best spouse, okay? I don't think there's like, do you know what? Let's give my official spouse ranking. I feel like Chris, number 1 with a bullet. He has just been a chill, regular guy since OG seasons. Like, he's a sweetheart. He's just down to earth, and he's naturally funny. When he's on the show, it fits. It doesn't feel like he's being forced or it's forced. He just has a natural rapport with everyone and is just a funny guy. I think second is probably Zach. I think, you know, Zach's not necessarily, I mean, he's definitely an entertainer. Obviously, that's what he does. But he's not, you know, the most loosey-goosey guy. But I don't mind seeing him on the screen. I also really love that he loves the kids so much. I think he's great with, like, Milani. And I cannot... Jason? No. Why? Zach? No. I can't remember Jenny's son's name. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Mate Grayson. Jesus, that... Ooh. Early onset, I hope not, touch wood. But yeah, like, he's really good with Milani and Grayson. He's a good guy. Nikki, I really like Nikki. She's funny, but again, she doesn't necessarily, like, add to the show in the way that Chris does. Like, I legit think Chris could be a cast member. Like, I don't think it would be out of place if he was, like, legit cast. Nikki is, to be fair, it could be a toss-up between Nikki and Zach for me. They're both fine. They're both lovely, but yeah, they don't necessarily bring, like, a sense of humor or add anything specific to the show. Not to say I don't like seeing them. And then it would be what is Sam's guy's name? What is wrong with me? I'm like blanking on everybody's name today. It's like, who am I? Am I even a fan? Justin. I knew it was a J name. I knew it. But yeah, Justin. I do actually think he's kind of funny. I just don't think we've seen a lot of him. I don't think he's super comfortable on camera, but I think if he does get more comfortable, he could bump right up to number 2. But I do think he's got that. I think he's got that quiet humor like Sam, so he could be a dark horse. Honestly, I think, and I might get heat for this, but Gianni would be near the top if he was open to being on the show. I have always liked Gianni. Mistakes, like, look, there's been a few, but I think they're a good match. I think he's a cute little funny guy. In fact, I think he's beautiful. Like, he's so hot, but he's so adorable, but he just doesn't want to be on the show, so I can't really include him. But yeah, bottom of that barrel is Lauren, even over, because I would much rather see Vinny 2.0, and that's saying something. I actually liked Chris L. Like, I thought he was a pretty decent guy. He was funny, you know. So no matter how you shake it, Lauren is the bottom of the barrel. So and I don't think I'm alone in feeling that way. So why are we giving her so much airtime, so much screen time? Give the people what they want, and it is the Buckner, baby. The episode I just left off at at one of Paulie's gigs for, I think in AC, right, for Halloween. Honestly, Nikki, Sammy, Jenny looked phenomenal. Oh, stunning girls. But this is where we learn that they're going to Jamaica. Obviously, I saw clips, like it was unavoidable. I'm so excited that they are going out of the US. Like, I'm so excited. I hope they come to the UK. I see it in the future. They're obviously going to come to London. That's fine. I will sleep on the street if I have to. I will be seeing them. They will be hearing from me. JK. But yeah, I'm really excited for them to go out of the country. I will say, like, I find this whole stupid little produced segment where Paulie's like, oh, I don't really know anything about Nikki's culture, so let's all go to Jamaica. Yes, you do. You've been together for a while now. Of course you have learned about the Caribbean culture. Of course you've learned about Jamaica from Nikki. We don't have to do these silly little canned bits. It makes Paulie look stupid, to be fair. Like, oh, I don't really know about Jamaica. Like, of course you do. Of course you do. You guys have been together for, I can't remember how many years now. We don't need to do this just to link everything up. It's like when Snooki was going to do a Carolinas trip and then there was bad weather and they just had a phone on screen and it was clearly like just some CGI fake weather report floating on top of the screen. That's so unnecessary, you guys. It could have, even if they're going to go that route and be like, oh, there was weather, why not just say that instead of doing oh no, what are we going to do? Like, who cares? Stop wasting our screen time. Give us more of what we want. We want the people. What was going on with like Vinny? What was this whole sick thing where he was sick but not real? I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, yeah, I have a feeling he just doesn't have enough time anymore because his stand-up stuff is picking up. Speaking of his stand-up stuff, look, like I said, I give him props. Like, it's not easy. I mean, I imagine stand-up's not easy, but it's not easy, like, being so visible and coming from something that wasn't comedy and trying comedy out. Like, I think that takes a lot of bravery. So big props to him. But I do feel like every time they show it on the show, they're not like showing his best stuff. I've seen clips from his stand-up. I'm not saying it's amazing, and you know, he is new, so it's not necessarily gonna be, you know, that he's hitting it out of the park right away. And he said that, he admits that, so you know. But I think he has better material, and maybe he doesn't want it shown on the show so he can still use it, sort of thing. But the stuff they're showing on that show is really, it's like bad, and it's not giving the greatest impression. But I suppose people will just go to his shows just for the fact that it's him, so I don't imagine it's harming business in any way. But yeah, it's doing my head in because we're watching him do like terrible jokes, and there's like this 10-minute segment where it's like leading up to that. I'm just like, what are we, a waste of airtime. Just put the people in the room so we can watch them eat a salad. I don't care. We just want to see them together. Give them a wine, let them go nuts. That's all we want. Well, I suppose just a quick last note. Can the flag start? Can we stop with the flag shit? It's getting old. It's getting tired. And why is it specifically, it originated around my place of work. And it just keeps growing, and I see new stuff every day. And now there's a whole street where they've hung Union Jacks next to the tricolours, the dragon, the Welsh dragon stuff, the Scottish flag. They don't want nothing to do with us. Okay? They want, not us, you. They don't want nothing to do with you. Stop thinking that we're all on the same page. No one is on your page, sweetheart. It's so infuriating. Like, specifically putting the Irish flag up next to a Union Jack. Are you insane? Do you have any idea the horrors and atrocities that were committed against the Irish people under the banner of that Union Jack? Like, please. They do not want to be associated with us. But again, it just goes to show lack of education. They have no idea what they're doing or talking about. Something that's really positive, like something that's really made me smile is, we all know Big John Bosch, you know, that guy. Completely assumed he would be a flag shagger, right? As I think most people did. But the fact that he's not, and the fact that he's speaking out against it, it does give me hope, because, you know, we can all judge a book by a cover. Absolutely, we're all guilty of it. But there are people who are patriotic and do, you know, they're really proud of being an Englishman. I'm not one of those people, but, you know, there are people like that who aren't complete morons spouting racist nonsense that they do not even understand is racism. So that's nice. But maybe they won't listen to, you know, a wokey lefty liberal like me, but maybe they will listen to someone like John. Maybe they will listen to someone like Big John. I hope so. But then again, you know, our Prime Minister is sitting in office saying, oh, I love St George's flag. I have them up in my flat. So, you know, when we've got world leaders like that, you know, who needs enemies? Another thing that's made me really happy is seeing, I think I talked last episode, like, we need to reclaim the flag. We can't let them use it and weaponize it in that way. We need to take it and kind of try and turn it into something positive. But the logistics of that, as someone who, you know, looks very white, you know, run the danger of looking like a flag shagger myself, don't I? But I've seen loads of people of colour on TikTok since then, kind of waving the flags, being like, no one can make me scared in my country. Like, absolutely, Diva, it is your country. Yes, if you are here, it is your country. Wave whatever flag you like, of course, but yeah, man. I know most of the people in that movement are going to see stuff like that and it's going to infuriate them. It's going to infuriate them. I think the bigger presence we can get of that sort of thing, the better. I think if we mix in our own kind of, you know, flags of origin as well, that'll be like, you know, really send them over the edge. And that's what I live for. Because if you're not going to see sense and you're not going to see reason, just quite simply bog off. You can lead a horse to water. If you're not going to drink, dehydrate immediately. You know, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.